Hello everyone, I'm Shweta W. Somo. Welcome to my podcast Mind Reader. Today we have Mari Kibblewhite with us and he's going to discuss an interesting topic, and it is the reasons why beautiful, intelligent, independent women can't keep a man. So I will let Mari give you more details about his background and what he's doing. So over to you, Mari. Welcome to my podcast. How are you doing?
Thank you very much, Shweta. It's good to be here, and thank you for inviting me to join you. I'm an ex-teacher, author of several books, and a business advisor. And in my life, I've met a lot of people, and this has led me to find a strange thing about beautiful, independent, intelligent women often have difficulty in keeping a man in their lives. And I've discovered in my mind there's 7 main reasons. So that's what I thought we'd talk about tonight. So the first reason in my mind is that the female does not realize that they are lesbian and may not have realized it in their whole life, but it makes them feel uncomfortable with a man around them. So check yourself out if that's an issue for you. What do you think about that, Shweta?
I have no comments on that, but I don't think that could be a relevant thing for a relationship because it is really a very personal matter. So I don't think how it aligns with the relationship, but I appreciate your view.
Thank you. Yeah, the next one of the 7 is the person is too busy with their family, for example. And one of my publishing contacts who lives in the Philippines is over 40 years of age, never had a full-time relationship with a man. And I asked her why, and she said she had to spend most of her time, her spare time, helping her sister who had 4 children but no husband look after the children. And so she had decided to commit herself helping the family, or her sister particularly. And this had resulted in her not having any relationship at all.
Yeah, I agree with that. I have seen many Indian females trying to look after their family and their parents, and not having a chance to think about their future or build their family. So that quite aligns with what you said. So I would agree with that one.
Okay, very good. The third one is what I call young age activities. And this came about when I was talking to my neighbour the other day, or longer than that ago, but she told me that she had been brought up on a farm. And one of the gifts she received as a young person was a lamb, that's a baby sheep. And she had looked after this lamb and trained it to do a number of smart things, walked beside her and sat down and stood up and did things on her command. And so she was very good at giving instructions and training the young lamb. And I think this actually came over in her lifetime because she was a very strong-willed woman. I'm not saying that's wrong, but she is so strong-willed that she would put men off because she was so bossy, to put it in a crude way. So, and that came from her young age activities. She doesn't probably realise that she's got this issue, but she has. What do you think?
Yeah, possibly. I agree with that one. I think that is the case with a lot of the females around the world. So can't disagree with that.
The fourth one is that the female has not fully developed their character, their personality, and they are what I call timid. And this, one of the situations which I thought could have happened in my family was that my son and his wife chose to homeschool their children. And the oldest was a daughter who's now 20. And I thought she might have been brought up and become a timid person because she didn't meet as many children as what she would have met if she'd gone to a public school, for example. But however, she's turned out to be very social and is able to relate to other people easily. And so, but I think it's also a situation that some women mature later and they can become timid and frightened and therefore not prepared to get involved in a relationship.
Yeah, that could be a case. Yeah, sometimes women are shy to get into relationships, and it really depends on their family background and their upbringing, how their relatives or friends behave around them. So there are a lot of factors that can influence that. Yeah, I agree with that one.
Yeah. Okay. The fifth one is the reverse of the timid girl, and this is the party girl who wants to be out in front of everybody, and there's a noise in the leader of the party and the group. And this can be very off-putting and scary to a lot of men who are not that way inclined themselves, who are perhaps more solitary or just prefer their own company. They can be put off by somebody who's over enthusiastic. So that's, what do you think about that, Sweta?
Yeah, that is definitely a right one, because when people are overly into social activities, they really don't have time to have a family or look after their family, or they don't have a time to bother about the emotions of their family members. So it will definitely create a disturbance. So these party people try to be focused on themselves and choose not to be in a relationship.
Agreed. Thank you for that. The sixth one is superior attitude. Now, my observation is, and what I've read, there are more females going through university than males, and many women do better at studies than men do. And there can be a situation where a very smart, intelligent woman has a partner or is in a relationship with somebody who's not at the same level. I'm talking about intellect now. And this can lead her to be, once again, I've used the word before, bossy, because they are superior, and they know they are. But the question they have to realise is this the right attitude to take in relationship to their partner? That's in my opinion, quite a common one.
Yeah,
What do you
agree
think?
with that one. With qualifications, work experience, and when they earn a lot of money, they are sufficient themselves, they don't need anyone. Obviously they have a sort of pride, ego, and attitude in themselves, so the bossiness comes along with that, as everyone knows. So quite right there.
Yeah, good. I agree. And the final one is, unfortunately, beautiful women are also being beautiful girls, and that leads them to be often, or not, hopefully not often, but it leads us to what they call being interfered with. And this can be very traumatic and can actually affect them. And I've come across a number of women who had issues that have happened in their family. They can be mental issues, they can be emotional issues, or can be physical issues, which has led them to be unhappy and very scared of being involved with a man. So that's one which I think you and your services could probably help a lot of people with your hypnotherapy, Sweta.
Yeah, absolutely. Counseling and therapies, especially the mental health therapies, using the hypnotherapy, self hypnosis, or the NLP techniques can help these women um, feel better about themselves and have a positive outlook, be confident in relationships, and be successful in their life and career. So that's these services definitely help.
Good.
So thank you, Mari, for coming today. Next time we meet, we can discuss another one of the 6 sections of your RIIS UP system, which we have discussed today, the structure of the ideal relationship. So if you want to contact Mari, please call him on his mobile number. The details will be in the YouTube information section. And you can email us the questions at support@counsellingworldwide.com. Thank you for your time. We'll see you next time. Thank you for coming, Mari. Like, subscribe, share if you find value
Thank you,
in our
Sweta.
videos. Thank you.